Hello everyone, a very warm welcome to you. My name is Nick and I'm bringing you another Jet Set Willy mod. Very recently I brought you Manic Miner Jet Set Willy version. Well, now's the reverse, Jet Set Willy Manic Miner version. By the same people as last time, Broadsoft in 2004, based on the game Manic Miner 1983 by Matt Smith and 1984 Jet Set Willy. So this is an unusual screen. Now what it says in the instructions here, oh dear, what it says in the instructions here, it brings you all the screens of Manic Miner but in a Jet Set Willy format so you can just walk around. With a few bonus screens, so I presume this is a bonus screen. Now this is just a mod, it wasn't a commercially released game, and a few people didn't quite understand the last one, but as I say, it's when coders just have a mess about to see what's possible with the original coding. The idea behind this one is Jet Set Willy, when he's already got his fortune and his top hat, revisits the Manic Miner screens, if I can actually get there. This is confusing me at the moment, so as a game it would look quite unfinished. It's just for a bit of fun, and this is a bonus video. Now, there's 20 screens in Manic... Oh, that's promising. There's 20 screens in Manic Miner, and there's the first one, right? Central Cavern. It hasn't got all the beasties in, which is a shame. I would like to see all the beasties there. It's a little bit different. Now, this ledge... Yeah, in the actual game, that disappeared a bit. I'm a little bit disappointed. It's not quite what I thought this was going to be. But, yeah, now presumably from this screen, we can get to the coal store. In the actual game Manic Miner, it was over single screens. You collected all the items, then a box flashed. You get in there, and then you got a bonus score based on how much air you had left. This one hasn't got that. So how do we get to the coal store from here? We should be able to walk there. I'm not quite sure. Perhaps there's a secret exit somewhere. Where is it? Yeah, so it's interesting, this one, but it's a bit of coding you could stumble across in. Oh, all right, okay. So you have to jump through the top of the screen somehow, and that gets you to the next thing. Should have put the nasties in, really, because without those it's not much of a game. It's just really, I feel like I'm like beta playtesting this one rather than anything else. So the idea of this video is just have a bit of fun. See if we can see all the rooms in Manic Miner, but we know them already. So it's Manic Miner with his top hat on. He's already defeated these screens before in Manic Miner, of course. Now everyone's dead, so he's just found it again, and he's just at... Oh, what's that? Right, okay, there's a hidden ledge there. Now the Menagerie. In the actual game, there's a few birds going backward and forward in the top layer, and the ledges gradually disintegrate in the top middle as well. I don't think that's going to happen here. So not really one you'd go back to, but interesting all the same to see what coders have done. As I say, don't get confused, this was not an official game. Coded by Broadsoft in 2004. Do have a look at Manic Miner, the Jet Set Willy version. This is Jet Set Willy, the Manic Miner version. Screen 4, the abandoned uranium workings. I'm quite interested to see Eugene's lair after this one. We can find a way to get out of this. But Eugene's lair without Eugene in it is not going to be very exciting. And there's like toilets as well going backward and forward. In this screen there was a couple of seals down the bottom there that balanced balls on their noses. This one hasn't got it at all. So it's a bit like if you were coding Manic Miner and what else you're going to put in. If you can do your own version. Now how do we get out the top here? Yeah, there's secret staircases every now and again, but they should have put them in full. So there's Eugene's lair. As we all know, Eugene is a big white sprite that goes up and down the centre of the screen. Once you've collected all the toilet rolls, that box down the middle there, bottom middle, will start flashing. It's absent in this one. You get there and it's the next screen. This doesn't look like it's going to be too difficult. Manic Miner without all the villains to kill you is a bit of a pointless exercise. Oh, there we go. I think we just saw a hidden ladder there. That's going to take us up. Boom. Next up, processing plant. Do you know your screens? I think after this one, is it the VAT after this? I think it might be. Now, I might have lost a few people already. So the only people probably watching this are die-hard fans of the channel and people really into the coding of Manic Miner or Jet Set Willy, originally by Matt Smith. Everyone else I think would have gone by now, be watching some other video or something on telly. Hopefully it's another video that I've done. Hooray! We need the views. Right, processing plant. No Pac-Man here. as there was in the original game that we know. If you have a favourite mod of Manic Miner or Jet Set Willy, let me know. We might come to it at some point. But we won't do them all in a row normally because, you know, once you get used to Jet Set Willy, we want a bit of variety. There's only a limit how much I can do. We want to see as many different games as possible. The VAT there, they've sort of like missed the idea of the VAT completely, because on the right there was sort of like disintegrating liquidy ledges. Here they're all solid. Yes. Right, now it's all about finding where the exit is, really, to get us to the top of the screen. Hidden doorway somewhere. Normally it's a hidden staircase going up diagonally. Manic Miner didn't have any staircases, unfortunately. Perhaps that's why. Well, there we go. Alright, there's a hidden ledge there, it looks. There we go. Up. Next up. So Miner Willy meets the Kong Beast if he bothered to turn up. Now, normally, where you see there's a red ledge there in the top left, just touching the top of the screen, that normally would have been a handle. If you got that, the platform would have opened and the Kong Beast would have fallen down the centre, because he would have been in that other ledge in the middle there. Well, that's not there, of course. Yeah, and you would collect bananas. Boom. Wacky Amoebatrons, not so wacky when they've gone to lunch. So this screen without anything to kill you again. Yes, I'm starting to get a little bit bored now, but we'll continue on. I want to see the landing bay and the solar generator. This is going to be quite a long video. It's a bit of an indulgent video, really, because I'm such a fan of the game. Manic Miner and Jet Set Willy were among my favourites, not my super favourites. I've never done a top 10, but maybe I could do so far. But people might be able to guess those, because I was an Attic Attack fan, I was a Horus fan as well. Right, okay. Here we go, here we go. But this is my favourite platformer, I would imagine, the original games. They're better than, I would say, Dynamite Dan and Technician Ted, for me, and the Dan Dare games. The Endorian Forest, based on, well, a play on the Star Wars moon in Return of the Jedi. Let's go up this way. I don't think the game would have been such a big hit without any objects to collect or anything to kill you, just exploration. So it's a bit like Jet Set Willy-esque, isn't it, really? Where you can exit off the screen without collecting all the items. There's no items here. Right, have we reached a dead end now? I don't think many people will be looking to download this based on this review. Or it's not really a review, is it? It's like a playtest now. Yeah, so, just to recap, a few days ago we reviewed a Manic Miner, the Jet Set Willy version. Attack of the Mutant telephones there. Basically, that was, it took screens from Jet Set Willy and Manic Minered them, so you couldn't actually leave the screen like this. You had to get all the items, then get into a flashing box. Now, some rooms worked a little bit better than others. Again, it didn't seem quite finished, and there was a number of flaws there, so I couldn't get away with it as an actual game. But as a piece of coding, it was interesting to see what people do. We might look at a few things like that, as I say, every now and again, but I really want to focus on the proper release games. This is just a bonus video, so there will be something else going up a bit later on. Probably Sega Mega Drive, I think, if I get time. Time's a bit tight at the moment, but we have got a bit of a bank of games already recorded. But I've just slipped this one in. Hooray! Right, this is when Miner Willy meets the Kong Beast again. We know there might be a ladder here. Where is it? Not there. That purple ledge just above me be normally where the Kong Beast is sitting. Just trying to look for the staircase now. We know it's somewhere around the place. So it's like we're in the caverns of Manic Miner after everyone's gone home. So it's not quite as interesting. A bit like going to the theatre when there's no play on. Or any audience. It sort of like loses a little bit of its zing. Oops, dead. How am I losing lives without anything to kill me? That's interesting, Nick. Just shows my gameplay is universally super duper super. It's just trying to jump into thin air, guessing where. Oh, that's not going to help. Guessing where the staircase might be. I haven't been counting to see if all the levels are there. I'm not sure how many more there are after this one. Hopefully your Monday's going good, and you've come home and you've seen this. Yeah, okay. But as I say, bonus video, bonus video. Oh, he's done it again, hasn't he? Ning-a-com poop. Right, let's do it properly this time. Return of the alien Kong Beast. He's an alien, but we don't know what planet he's come from. We never find out. But he's, by this stage, hopefully he's died twice. Right, the ledge must be over here somewhere. If we jump into thin air, we might bump into it. There we go, that's it. Right, up we go. And now the ore refinery. Normally at each stage there'll be something going backward and forward. I think there was a flashing, blinking eyeball that was on in the left there, that channel, and this is a conveyor belt. Looks like we need to head off into the top right by the looks of things. Just need to get up there. That column on the left is a ladder. Looks a little bit different from the real game. Let's jump onto this thing. Above. So hopefully at the end of that I can say I've completed Manic Miner, but I won't tell people it's this version. Oh, it's hit the too high up. So I've only got about 3 lives left, have I? Including the one I've got at the moment. It was probably 2 lives because it's quite representative. Right, off we go. Boom. I always wanted to create, because there's lots of editors out there, both for Manic Miner and Jet Set Willy. I always wanted to sit down and design my own levels, like the graphics and stuff, but I haven't got time to do that. But you could have some great fun, couldn't you? Give it your own genre. Yes. Whoops, there we go. I think that should be it, shouldn't it? Up there. Boom. Right, the Skylab landing bay, and this is pretty much in the real game as far as I got to. There's sort of like a strange craft crashing down on these levels at random, it seems. A couple of items there, we don't necessarily need to get those. We can if we want to, but we won't. It's all about getting off up the top. Oh, there we go. That's made it easy for us, I think. There we go. The bank. And this isn't like any bank I've been in. It looks very, very empty indeedy. This level was particularly tricky. Not now. Oh, is that red line going to kill us? Yeah, so we can't bump into that red line. Don't recall that in the actual game. The bank. On Bank Holiday Monday. Mind you though, I say Bank Holiday Monday. Everywhere's closed on Bank Holiday Monday apart from the banks. I can't work that out. Is this going to work? I'm not sure this is going to work. I'm going to jump off. Must be something here, mustn't there? Can't think of any other. There must be a hidden place here. There's no other exit up. There we go. Up to the top of the screen. The 16th Cavern, which I think might be Cavern 16. If you let me start that sentence again. If you have designed your own level of Jet Set Willy Manic Miner and it's pretty good, let me know. When I say pretty good, you spend quite a few weeks over it and not just done it in an afternoon. Let me know and I might have a look at it if it's downloadable from somewhere. Right. I say might because, as I say, time at the moment, because the channel's not full time anymore, time on the channel is extremely limited. Life tends to get in the way, doesn't it? Right, the warehouse. Again, like the vat, these ledges, in those green ledges, normally would have dissolved. Here that doesn't happen at all. It's like someone's rebuilt the stages from scratch, I think. Lots of bushes up the top there. If you bump into any of those, they'll kill you, of course. Can't get, no chance of getting that key. Well, that's an easy. Good, right. Amoebatron's Revenge. Like wacky Amoebatrons. In the gaps there vertically, there'll be odds like octopus or jellyfish type creatures going up and down. Here they've, I don't know, been eaten by something bigger. So they're aiming to just get to the end really now. 20 screens, we must be getting quite close. What's after this one? It might be the solar generator, perhaps. I never got past the solar generator. As I say, landing bay was sort of like the level I was at. But I did have a cheat. You can jump to any screen. I think I did complete individually all the screens apart from that landing bay one. Right. Up we go. There was never an official Manic Miner 2, although there was quite a lot of mods out there. They just jumped straight to Jet Set Willy, really. Could have milked it more, but there we go. Jet Set Willy and Jet Set Willy 2. Where is the ladder to get off this thing? Man. I don't like invisible stuff in games. Make everything visible and then everyone's as happy as pie. Magpie. Right, solar generator. The solar generator isn't working. In the real game there'd be some like yellow blocky beam going around at random. I think if it hit you, you died. Here, no. But I do like the colour scheme really. It's not one I'm used to in Manic Miner or Jet Set Willy. A green background, black ledges. Right, how do we get up the top there? Again, we know we're looking for a secret ladder. Probably up the top when we get up there. But no real jeopardy because we're not going to die. We're just play testers today. We're play testing this for someone. And then someone else is going to come in and put all the baddies in. We're just telling them, does it work okay? Well, I'd say, yeah, it does sort of like work okay. But some of the objects are in the wrong place, not accessible. And you need to sort out your melty ledges, which are in, well, not working. La 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 la. Nice music here. If you add it up all the time you've heard this music, boom. The final break. So this was the last stage. It looks a bit different again. Oh, well, that's a bonus screen. Welcome to the playground. They've bunged that in extra. I like that. I'm quite tempted to go this way now. Where does that rope go? Like in some stages in Jet Set Willy, you go to the top of the rope, but you go somewhere else. Let's go investigating. So it is the Manic Miner screens, and they've put a few extra ones in. Kudos there. Now the game's finally getting interesting, although there's still nothing to kill you. Egg, this is called, this one. Different ways we can go. Let's go up here. Miner Willy. He doesn't look very happy there. Newman Looney. Have we just bisected actually into the game now? Newman Looney was a tricky level which led on to a few stages ending in the battlements. Now this is exactly the same as far as I can make out. Maybe we've left this mod and back into the real game. Oops. Last life. I do want to get past Newman Looney to see what's this side. Is this meant to happen? So I'm a big fan of bonus screens. So, you know, once again, all the enemies are back. Great. I would like to, if they could do this, I would like to see a Jet Set Willy free, because those extra screens they put in I liked. I wasn't big on the Manic Miner screens. That's going to work out okay, I think. I wasn't big on the Manic Miner screens. Put those back in with the enemies, and then you're cooking again. Oh, that's... Oh, right, okay, so let's put us back at solar power generator. Okay. Right. So, yeah, so be wary then. Those bonus screens could take you back to another screen at random. We'd like to get off that final cavern, so let's get back up the top here. This review has been going on much longer than I thought, but anyway, who cares? It's zxspectrum and everything's good in Spectrum world, right? Right, let's get up the top. I'm hoping for a game over sequence, but really I know that we're probably going to end up in the first cavern again, or that Manic Miner screen we first saw initially. So, you know, summing up already, interesting to see this as a part of coding. It's not a real game. Yeah, so it's put us back to where we were at the start, that rather confusing screen. Yeah, so it's not a real game, it's part of coding, it's interesting to see, not one to jump really back to. So I hope you liked having a look at that for interest purposes at least. That was Jet Set Willy, the Manic Miner mod, published by Broadsoft in 2004, based on the games by Matt Smith, Manic Miner in 83 and Jet Set Willy in 84. Got any comments about this game, similar games or other mods, then let me know. You're more than welcome in the comment section below. A huge thank you to everyone that's subscribed so far, helping the channel gradually grow. It is appreciated. Until next time, take great care of yourself and a very fond goodbye.
Goodbye.